does this mean, these two tanks? What does this mean in your view?
Well, it's Challenger 2 tanks, and we think he's going to send 12, which is a squadron. It's not going to turn the tide. They are very powerful tanks. They've been around for some time, but the symbolic value is of immense importance. And I think with Britain saying it is prepared to send main battle tanks as requested 4 months by President Zelensky, I hope that I think the hope is rather that this will persuade other countries to send their tanks, not necessarily the USA, although they may consider it, but it's a particular brand. It's the German Leopard 2s, which the Poles and the Finns have said they're more than ready to send. So why can't they just do it? Well, they require an export permission, an export license agreement to sell or move into Ukraine from Germany. And that's really the sticking point. They want about 40 or 50 Leopards. The British tanks would be very valuable, and I would guarantee that the Ukrainians will use the British tanks in a very novel and very Ukrainian way.
Mm. And Robert, just taking a step back, we're about to sort of lead up into what will be the first anniversary of this invasion. Where do you think things are going to go this year?
Well, it's funny. I've already been booked for several programs on the first anniversary, and the first thing I start with is that journalists, as much as historians, make lousy profits. And it's very, very difficult to spot which way the twists and turns of this one will go. Um, Defense planners, defense industry have been looking at a 3-year conflict. I don't think it's going to be that now, because what we have to do is to cast aside all these lovely journalistic tricks like let's do things on the big anniversary. This thing could go mad within weeks now, and we could come to a decision point, a temporary or long-term conclusion by the spring. For this reason, Russia is pouring in reinforcements. They are in the process of reorganizing their command. The top guy has been put in charge of events on the ground, of Russian events on the ground by Putin. That is Valery Gerasimov, the chief of their defense staff, saying, who had been in on one of the few that was consulted about doing the thing in the first place last year, at the very beginning of last year. And it's actually get on with it or bust, it seems to be at the moment. And there really is in the wind. Zelensky has been talking about it only today, a massive attack being prepared, air and land. And maybe our Western tanks will get there too late.